It's a feeling of deja vu as we walk into the Indian Embassy in Kabul, and one can't help think of the brazen attack exactly 15 months ago. July 7, 2008, 8:31 a.m. and now October 8, 2009, 8:27 a.m. Luckily, it seems the lessons have been learnt. The guards are understandably edgy and cautious as we walk in through the main gate to see the damage caused this time. Inside, the impact hasn't been extensive, unlike in 2008. A rickety staircase leads up to a watchtower that faced the worst impact. 3 layers of barriers have kept all Indians safe, though over 6 Afghans died in the attack. HESCO barriers, which have sand or crushed stone inside tarpaulin, soaked up the force of the blast, preventing major damage. The June 2008 attack took place right here at the main gate of the Indian Embassy. The suicide bomber drove into a car with 2 senior Indian diplomats as they were trying to enter, killing both of them and 2 ITBP personnel. But it's now new fortifications that have guarded the Indian Embassy and made sure there have been no Indian casualties this time around. But outside the building opposite is a shell of what it once was. CCTV footage shows 2 Afghan national policemen stop the car when it entered from the side route of the Indian Embassy. It's then that the suicide bomber decided he could not get to either the side entrance or the main entrance. He reversed a bit and rammed into the extreme corner of the perimeter wall. The closed-circuit television footage also shows another vehicle in the background, and investigators are looking at whether the 2 cars are linked to the attack. The corner of the embassy wall and a watchtower were torn apart. Luckily, there were no security personnel in the tower at the precise second of the attack. But the power of the blast, evident from the devastation in the shopping complex next door. Days later, the debris standing testament to the intent of the attack. The brunt of the blast was taken by Afghan civilians lining up early morning outside the passport office that's on the side road alongside the embassy. The Taliban claimed responsibility for the blast, saying that they had specifically targeted the Indian embassy. And this is the side gate of the Indian embassy in Kabul that they had probably identified as a weak link. But it's barriers like this that were installed after the last attack that prevented the car bomber from getting anywhere close. Concrete barricades and drop-down barriers slowed and prevented the car bomber from creating havoc in the embassy. Afghan police played their part in preventing Indian casualties dying themselves on the spot. The Taliban claim of responsibility on a website was soon removed, but the message was clear. India should pack its bags and leave Afghanistan. The Indian flag, though, flying high this time, unlike in 2008, when the pole was decapitated in the blast. The gravity of the threat underscored with New Delhi rushing Foreign Secretary Nirupama Rao to Kabul. While inspecting the construction at the new embassy site, India's senior-most diplomat said there was no question of stepping back to the terrorist threats.
Invest in India, certainly, and especially after my visit to Kabul over the last 24 hours, I think this impression has come home even more strongly.
Investigations are hinging, among other things, on CCTV footage of the seconds up to the blast. Footage that has been shared with the Afghans, the international force and the FBI. But unlike 2008, except for the Afghan ambassador to the US, officials were guarded about blaming sections of Pakistan's ISI.
Tuba.com